Welcome to yet another important cycle of our performance management process, where we do a full year review of our achievements. This short video is a simple guide to help you understand more about the Safaricom performance appraisal process. As you know, the organization's strategic objectives are set out on an annual basis, and our individual performance is aligned to this. As we aim to transform lives of those we touch, our customers and shareholders demand more from us every day. The shareholders want better results, and our customers demand for better experiences, as well as innovative products and services. We need to continue building a high-performing organization that will fit this purpose, now and in the future. As employees, we also demand that we are rewarded for our performance. The only way to ensure that we do this equitably is through a rigorous and fair performance management process. Every employee needs their SMART objectives measured, which translate to their performance reward at the end of every year. This way, employer and employee meet their objectives and are motivated to work harder and smarter in coming years.
We've got to that period now where we'll be doing the final year appraisal. Okay. So you need to go and do your self-assessment and send it to me, and then we'll have the discussion on that day.
All right. Hi, I've been having discussions with my manager on my performance throughout the year. This includes the half-year performance reviews. Therefore, I already know how I've been performing throughout the year, and I'm looking forward to the end-of-year appraisals. The end-of-year appraisal will begin when I get a notification from Oracle stating your end-of-year plan has been published. I will therefore log on to Oracle, select the current performance plan, click on Manage Appraisal. I will self-appraise myself and then submit my appraisal, duly updated with comments against my performance on each objective to my line manager. It is important that I share tangible and demonstrated evidence of my achievements against each objective with my manager to allow for effective communication in the review.
Remember that line managers and staff have been having regular reviews over the year. For the end-year reviews, line managers will plan the appraisal discussion meetings with their staff to allow time for both parties to reflect and prepare. The appraisal discussion will allow an opportunity for both the appraisee and the appraiser to have open conversations on the previous year's achievements and areas of improvement.
So in terms of rating that performance, we'll actually use the PIGX model. Basically, P stands for poor performance. So it is a person who has basically performed unsatisfactorily against the objectives that they were given, and they're not living the Safaricom way. Okay. I stands for inconsistent performance. So that's a person who does not perform well on some of the key objectives. So some objectives they perform well, but on the key ones they don't perform well. And they also don't live the Safaricom way. To improve this person, they just need to go through a performance development plan. G stands for a good performer. So a good performer is a person who consistently performs well against the objectives and they live the Safaricom way. E stands for a person who exceeds performance. And this is a person who actually regularly exceeds the expectations that have been set for that role. This person consistently lives the Safaricom way. Of course, the icing on the cake is the exceptional performer. This person is very, very effective, highly effective in achieving their objectives. They consistently perform well above their objectives and they live the Safaricom way. Of course, we have another grade called a grade T, and that is for people who are new to their role. So if you've been in a role for less than 3 months, then that's where you'd fall. So that's the model that we'll use. So I'd like you to take your time, clearly review your objectives, and then we'll review them. All right. Okay, you have a good day. All right, cool. I wanted us to take the next 1 hour just to go through your appraisal. So maybe we can go straight through to the 3 key objectives. Maybe you can just run me through.
Okay. Now, the first key objective was on call quality. On this objective, for this particular objective, objective, I was supposed to achieve 98%, but I was able to achieve 99%.
Okay, I think that's very good. Maybe you can give me an example of how you think you can be seen to be a role model for the Safaricom way. How do you apply the 3 values?
Okay. For speed, this will involve my giving the customer a solution very quickly, making sure that their waiting time is very little, and I've been able to achieve that.
What about on the area of simplicity?
For simplicity, giving the customers simple solutions to their problems. A good example is advising them on the do-it-yourself, the USSD procedures, so that they can be able to learn how to get the solutions quickly by themselves.
Correct.
For trust, company policy states that all customer records should not be divulged to third parties. And this means that the only person who should be able to know about what happened on their accounts is the owner of the line only.
Do you think the Safaricom way values help you in achieving your objectives?
Yes, they do, because they are very clear, and they help me form a target which I can be able to work towards.
But before we close the appraisal session, do you mind giving me one area that you believe I can be able to offer support next year to perform as well as you have?
The biggest area is on feedback.
So the reason why we're here.
Based on agreed deliverables between the employee and managers will engage in performance calibration meetings. In the calibration meetings, line managers will propose performance ratings for each of the employees and give details why they are proposing that rating.
Yeah, so that's my grading. So maybe we can.
So you have given your achievement.
This will be done against the PIGX rating definitions provided at the meeting and the Safaricom way values. The calibration meetings will result in final approved rating scores for each staff member by division.
Exhibited the Safaricom way values. He's actually superseded and met the agreed targets on 3 of them. So I think we're in agreement. We need to consider.
So now he'll actually move from a G to an E, which is
Yes.
exceed expectations.
Exactly.
Okay, excellent. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I took the team through your 3 key objectives.
Once the reward discussions have been made and finalized, the resource division will prepare individual reward communication letters for each employee. Each line manager will have a second discussion with each of the employees to communicate their final calibrated performance rating.
So I want to congratulate you.
The increment awarded against the performance ratings and awarded bonus. These letters will be made available to each employee on Oracle after their meeting with their managers. A word of advice: prepare well, be yourself, ask questions, and expect open and honest sessions with your manager. All the best.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you.